Hello? Is anyone there? I thought I heard something.
Emily Carter was the kind of girl people forgot. Not because she was invisible, but because no one ever looked long enough to notice her. She grew up in a small town just outside London, in a house that was always quiet, even when people were home. Her parents weren't cruel. They were just distant. Her mother worked late shifts almost every night. Her father spoke in short sentences, if he spoke at all. Food's there. That was usually all she heard from him in a day. At school, nothing changed. Emily sat at the back of the class. Not by choice, but because no one ever saved her a seat. Groups formed. Friendships grew. Laughter echoed through the halls. And Emily, she became part of the background. Unnoticed, unheard, unimportant. Years passed like that. Quiet birthdays, silent dinners, long walks home with no one waiting for her. Until one morning, everything changed. It was a cold Tuesday when the letter arrived. No return address, no familiar name, just hers, Emily Carter. Her fingers hesitated before opening it. Something felt wrong. Inside, there was only one sentence. I know what happened to you when you were 8. Emily froze. Her chest tightened. Her breath caught in her throat. Because that memory was the one thing she had buried so deep. She had convinced herself it wasn't real. But now, someone knew. And worse, someone had been watching her long enough to remember. Emily didn't sleep that night. Not even for a second. She lay on her bed, staring into the darkness. The letter resting on her chest like it was alive. I know what happened to you when you were 8. The words wouldn't stop. They echoed, over and over, like a voice trapped inside her head. 8 years old. Emily squeezed her eyes shut. No, she whispered. She turned to her side, pulled the blanket over her head, tried to disappear into sleep. But the moment she closed her eyes, it started. A sound. Rain. Soft at first, then louder. Dripping. Pouring. Her breathing changed. She wasn't in her room anymore. She was standing somewhere else. Cold. Wet. Alone. Emily's eyes snapped open. She sat up immediately, gasping. Her room was silent. Dry. Still. But her heart wouldn't calm down. Because for a second, it felt real. Too real. Morning came slowly. The light through her window felt dull. Heavy, like the day didn't want to begin. Emily dragged herself out of bed. The letter still in her hand. She hadn't let go of it. Not once. Downstairs, everything was the same. The same table. The same silence. Her father sat there, reading. Without looking up. Food's there. Emily froze. That sentence. So normal. So empty. But today, it felt like something was hiding behind it. She watched him for a moment. Really watched him. His face. His hands. The way he avoided her eyes. And for the first time, a thought crossed her mind. Does he know? Her fingers tightened around the letter. Dad, she said softly. He didn't respond. Just turned the page of his newspaper. The sound felt louder than it should. Emily swallowed her words. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe she was overthinking. Maybe. She stood up quickly. I'm going to school, she muttered. No reply. Just silence again. School felt wrong. Not different. Just off. The halls were filled with noise. Voices, laughter, movement. But none of it reached her. It felt distant. Like she was walking through something unreal. Emily sat in class. The teacher was talking. Words filled the room. But she couldn't hear them. Not clearly. Because something else was louder. Tick, tick, tick. The clock on the wall. Each second hitting harder than the last. Her fingers tapped nervously against her desk. Her chest felt tight again. Then, that feeling. Slow, creeping, unmistakable. Someone was watching her. Emily froze. Her breath slowed. Careful, careful. She turned her head slightly. Then more. Until her eyes landed on him. The boy, standing by the door. Still, too still. like he had been there the whole time. Watching, waiting, their eyes locked, and everything else disappeared. The noise, the classroom, the world, gone, only him. His lips slowly curved into a smile. But it wasn't friendly. It wasn't normal. It was knowing, like he had been waiting for this exact moment. Emily's heart slammed against her chest. She blinked, and he was gone. Just gone. No sound. No movement. Nothing. The doorway was empty. Emily shot up from her seat. Her chair scraped loudly across the floor. Everyone turned to look at her. The teacher frowned. Emily, but she wasn't listening. Her eyes stayed fixed on the door. Her breathing uneven. "Where did he go?" she whispered. The rest of the day blurred together. She didn't speak, didn't listen, didn't think. Only one thing stayed in her mind. Him, that smile, that look, that feeling. By the time she got home, something inside her had already changed. She didn't feel safe anymore. Not at school, not at home, not anywhere. She pushed open her bedroom door slowly. And immediately, she knew something was wrong. The air felt different, colder. Her eyes moved to the bed, and her heart dropped. The letter was gone. Emily stepped closer, slow, careful, like the room might react. And then she saw it. Another letter, placed perfectly at the center of her bed. Waiting, her hands trembled. "I didn't open this," she whispered. Because this time, it was already opened. Emily reached for it slowly, her fingers shaking as she unfolded the paper. 2 words. That was all. "Do you remember?" Her breath caught instantly. The room felt smaller, the walls closer, and then, a sound, behind her, soft and barely there, like someone shifting their weight. Emily froze, her entire body locked. She didn't turn. She couldn't, because deep down, she already knew she wasn't alone. Watch out for the next episode to hear the shocking part. Please subscribe, like and comment. Until I come your way, stay blessed.